Welcome. My name is Nicola Gerrard and I am one of the founder members of Dei Grazia. And today I'm going to talk to you about the Baroque flute and how I have come to use that to the glory of God, both within Dei Grazia and as a solo performer. So it's been a great pleasure to play with Dei Grazia and having the opportunity to use the Baroque flute in that forum. And obviously with the Baroque flute, it has a really interesting timbre because the tone is very quiet and mellow and at times melancholic. Let me just play you. So you can sort of hear what the sound of it is like. And obviously when I've been playing with the group, if you've heard the group, we are a chamber group and perform on Baroque instruments. And of course, the flute is probably the quietest of all the instruments that play and the singers that sing. And often the projection is quite an issue. But that was because when the flute was created, obviously in Baroque times, is that they tended to perform in people's houses, in small sort of rooms where projection was not an issue at all. And obviously now, when we're performing in very large venues, often the melancholic nature of the flute will only come across in a solo section. When it's part of the mix, you hear some sort of dynamic, but not the specifics of the instrument. So the actual instrument, it's based on a D major scale, and you can see that it has one key. Now this is sort of 18th century copy, and you'll see that it has holes and just the one key at the bottom. Now this is the instrument that composers such as Baroque were composing for, and so it's always lovely to be able to play on the actual instrument that the composer was thinking of, because obviously as a modern flute player as well, it's a completely different instrument. The projection, it's sort of majestic and strong and buoyant, whereas the Baroque flute is something quite different. And so it's been a great joy to be able to perform Baroque particularly, but I do enjoy performing other music by other composers. And so it's been really great to enjoy that with the group. So I thought I'd tell you a little bit about the flute. So obviously within the Dei Grazia ensemble, one of the things that we explore doing is playing our instruments for the glory of God. And you probably think, well, how do you do that? Music's music. How can you play to the glory of God? Well, I think obviously each of us in the group believe in God. That's a very good start. We love God and we offer our instruments to Him for Him to use, and that's always been a message of the group. So that is a great joy to do. And when I'm on my own performing or playing, at the start of a concert, I will always take a moment, and before the concert starts I will tend to play over people, and this almost allows their hearts to be open to God, whether they're a believer or not. That actually it gives God that sort of moment for us to welcome Him. So I would sort of just play over people